Hi, so today I want to show you something first. The video went viral in China with 1.6 million likes. A Chinese girl asked his British boyfriend to finish a sentence that almost every Chinese kid grew up hearing.
You already grow up.
To be such an amazing person that everybody will love and be proud of.
Wow. If you are not my kid.
If you are not my kid, then I would probably have no reason to live. Because you mean everything.
She starts, as long as you are living under this roof. He says, you are amazing. I am proud of you. But that's not what Chinese parents would usually say. The real ending is, you do what I say. The comment section exploded, not because of anger. Instead, people recognizing something. Because there's a saying goes around Chinese social media saying, Chinese parents are waiting for their kids to say thank you. Chinese kids are waiting for their parents to say sorry. So two sides both love each other, both waiting for the other one to go first. So that space between them, between how love gets given and how love gets felt, that's what this video is about. Why Chinese parents almost never say I love you, and what they say instead, and whether that's enough. In this video, we'll talk through this, the reason behind layer by layer. So first, to get to this, we need to go back, not just one generation, more like 1,000 years. Most of China's history, a family wasn't really about feeling. It was about staying alive. You have a very small piece of land. You are a farmer, and everyone worked together. A bad harvest meant a bad winter. So in that world, a parent's job wasn't to tell you how great you were. It was to keep you alive. So love looked different. It looked like a father put the only piece of meat into the bowl of his son and saying he wasn't hungry. And it looked like a mother packed a big bag for you and watch you go until you are out of sight. It looked like selling the eggs for the whole year to exchange a textbook for you. There's a Chinese phrase called 父爱如山. A father's love is like a mountain. Quiet, solid, immovable. It's just there. That's not just a saying. That's what love actually looked like for people who weren't sure if they would have enough food on the table that winter. You didn't say it, you just did it. And everyone know what it meant. Second, the influence of Confucianism. Confucius basically made this quite official. About 1500 years ago, a scholar wrote a book about how families should work, and it became one of the most read parenting guide in Chinese history. He wrote, the love between families should never be made cheap with careless words. The idea was the bigger the love, the less you need to say it. Even Confucius said a good parent loves their child deeply inside, but doesn't show it on the outside. This wasn't about being cold. It was just another way of thinking. In this system, a parent's job isn't to be your friend or become your biggest fan. It's to push you, to correct you, and make you a better person. So telling your kid that they are amazing all the time? No, it was considered not kind. It was seen as setting them up to fail in a harsh world. So tough love, high standards, quiet sacrifice, that was the real thing. That was how you showed you cared. So I love you didn't go away. It just changed its shape. And third, Chinese parents are not holding back their love. They're just saying it in a totally different way. Once you learn the code, you hear it all the time. I believe some of you have heard the culture of have you eaten? And this is not about food. That's saying, are you okay? Am I still needed here? I think we can spend time together. Put on another jacket. That is saying, I worry about you. I want to take care of you. And don't be too late back home. Means come back early. I want to be with you. You look skinny. Means sit down, baby. I want to cook something for you. Let me take care of you. That's basically everything without saying a single word about love. I've watched my own parents doing this all the time, showing up with a bag of food and snacks that I didn't ask for. It took me a decade to fully understand this. They don't say a lot, they just do it for you. But here is also the honest part. Yes, a bag of food is a real act of love, but a kid who needs to hear this word doesn't automatically feel the love by the food. They feel taken care of, which isn't the same thing. And that gap in between love that was meant and love that was actually felt, is where a lot of people spend their whole lives, not wondering if their parents actually loved them. They know they did, but still there is emptiness that needs to be filled up. And that's the real thing that this viral video hit on. And it's worth being honest about. And fourth, things are actually changing. Research from the last decade shows that parents born in the 1990s are more likely to say I love you to their kids. More kissing, more hugging, more talking, and less expecting you to know. That viral video is part of this. 1.6 million people liked it. Not because it's funny, it's people seeing something they've felt for so many years. And it finally gets said out loud. When it's said, something can really shift and change. But it's not easy to do. A lot of people grow up in such families. They can easily say I love you to their partners, to their friends, even to their colleagues, but still have a challenging time say it to their parents. Not because they don't feel it, but because the way they learned to be around their parents was set too early, that changing it feels like breaking a rule that nobody wants. So the silence became normal. And changing what's normal means admitting something was wrong before. I personally grew up in these families as well. I always knew I was loved, but it came through like the snacks at the door and the questions about whether I have eaten. Just never those 3 words. If I am being honest, I wouldn't want to pass this on. The words actually matter, and hearing them matters. Maybe the next generation, they doesn't have to keep this silence going anymore. So that's not a knockdown of what happened before, but a new door opening in front of us. And now I want to ask you something. Does your parents or your family have their own version of this? Love that was always there, but never being said out. Leave your answer below and I'll read each of them. See you in the next video.